How's it going, everyone? My name is Anthony, aka ComicsRGreat, and welcome to my weekly show where I talk about my top 3 comics and the favorite covers of the books that I got from this past Wednesday. So I hope that all you guys are having a great week. I know I am. I had my very first auction ever. It was at Whatnot. I used the Whatnot platform, but it was my very first auction that I've ever done. It was great. I had a good time with everyone that showed up on Whatnot. So I had a full blast. Okay, here we go. And so I'm looking forward to having my next show on Whatnot. So it's going to be on Tuesday, May 31st. That's right. They nearly slipped my mind. So it's going to be Tuesday, May 31st at 12 p.m., just like how it was last time. Hopefully, I'll get a couple of things right this time. Had, of course, it being my first one, had to get some kinks out the way. But according to some of the people that were there, they said that I did a pretty good job for it being my first one. So I'm going to do one or two things probably slightly different. And I'll just move along from there. Okay? So if I do decide to change the time, you'll be able to find the information here on my Instagram page. Okay? And here's the information on Whatnot in case you want to write it down. And as you can see from the bottom, the theme for this week's auction is going to be Spider-Man. Okay? It's not going to just be Peter Parker Spider-Man or Miles Morales. It's going to be anything that has to do with Spider-Man. Whether it's Amazing Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Venom, Carnage, okay? Any books that I have that are Spider-Man related, whether they be miniseries, crossovers, one-shots, okay? I'm going to be showing as much as I possibly can. All right, I know that the auction ran for a couple of hours, which kind of helped, okay? Because people, on the first hour got to see things that were different from the second hour. And some people would jump out and come back. So I may do the same thing, okay? Except that this one may be mainly single issue. There will be some lots, which this past auction there were mostly lots, but I may do more single issue than lots for this one. And, I'll feel it out. I'm willing to make changes on the fly, as a bunch of people saw. I'm willing to bend certain things around. I'm not pretty rigid, but come on by, check me out. Hopefully you'll get a good deal and we'll have some fun. All right, so let's get started on the top 3 comics for the week. All right, as you can see there, so the first one that we're going to talk about is Avengers number 56. This one was written by Jason Aaron, drawn by Javier Garron. And as you can see from the front cover, this is all about Jane Foster. So Jane Foster is currently Valkyrie, but of course, this story kind of gives you like, what if she stopped being Thor? Okay, it gives you kind of a sneak peek into the road not traveled. All right, and the question becomes, does she have any regrets? Okay, does she really miss being Thor? Now, personally speaking, I do miss her being Thor. I thought that back in 2014, when Marvel Comics did the all new, all different Avengers, that's when they brought in and made changes, like to Spider-Man, Captain America, and Thor in her case. All right, that a number of the changes were really good. This one especially, I thought that her being Thor was fresh, vibrant. Okay, she was strong. It gave a different side to Odinson. Even though, yes, he's Thor, he's the original Thor, and he'll always be Thor. But just like there's a female version of Daredevil, there shouldn't be a problem of there being a female version of Thor. Okay, so hopefully they'll bring it back. Even though she's okay as Valkyrie, I really do prefer her as Thor. All right, but it was a nice tale. Looking forward to issue number 57, which will be coming out on Wednesday, June 29. Okay, so looking forward to that. And the next issue we're going to be talking about is Batman Beyond the White Knight. Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 3, written and drawn by Sean Murphy. Okay, and essentially, this book finally answers the question: who is the new Robin? Okay, so we got a cameo appearance on the cover of issue number 1, and it sold like hotcakes. So this one, you find out who the new Robin is, and it's no surprise, okay? But this story continues to get better and better. I don't want to spoil anything, okay? I really didn't read it. I glanced through it, got a good idea of what it's about. You know, it has a different take on the Batman Beyond the animated series, except that in this case, Bruce Wayne started off in jail, okay, instead of him being an old man still in his mansion. But it's a great miniseries. Looking forward to the future issues and seeing what Sean Murphy brings to the table and what kind of changes we're going to see in the Batman Beyond mythos. Alright, so the issue number 4 is scheduled to come out on Tuesday, June 28th. So that one I'm definitely going to be looking forward to getting. And the last one in my top 3 is Something is Killing the Children, number 23. That should be no surprise because I'm sure that this book was probably in the top 3 or 5 of most people's lists, as it normally is. Even though this one was a bit of a lower, it was a bit slow. Okay, didn't have a lot of action, but it did advance the storyline. Okay. James Tynion and Werther Dell'Edera do a great job as usual with the storyline. Okay, Erica Slaughter is being chased in this town because she cut off from the Order of St. George, and of course they don't take kindly to that. So she's trying to get help from outside the Order, and while trying to figure out exactly what's going on in this town all at the same time. It's not easy for her. And like I said, the Order of St. George, they're not going to take it lying down. They either going to want her back or they're going to want her dead. So I'm looking forward to issue number 24, which is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, June 22nd. Too bad it's not the 29th with like the first two. Because that would be a nice trifecta. Since these 3 were my top 3, I wouldn't be surprised if they would have been top 3 together on June 29th. But one will be on the 22nd, the next 2 on the 29th. So at least I'm sure they'll still be in the top, no matter which week they come out. All right. So my favorite covers for the week. The first one, and probably my favorite cover of the week period, is the variant cover for Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 3. This one is done by Sean Murphy. All the covers are done by Sean, or are being done by Sean Murphy. I don't know how he does it. I mean, he's writing, he's doing the interiors, he's doing all the covers. I mean, the guy is a beast when it comes to this work. Okay, and he's doing a great job with it. You know, this cover is fantastic. You see Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, and then you see her below as she currently is as the commissioner of the police department in Gotham City. All right, so the next cover on the list is Moon Knight number 11. This is the variant cover done by Rob Liefeld, and as usual, he doesn't do feet. He's always had that knock against him that either he doesn't draw bowstrings or doesn't draw feet, and he continues that trend. Okay, it's a good cover nonetheless. All right, I like how you have the rain coming down. It looks like beams of white light, but obviously it's rain, and you see the rain hitting the costume. And Moon Knight is a very familiar fighting pose. Okay, very simple, but very well done nonetheless. I think it's one of Rob Liefeld's better covers, and it it's really good. And I like how the moon emblem stands out, and then you still got the dark background. It like I said, a simple cover, but well done. And the last cover on my list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 129. This is the Kevin Eastman variant cover. Uh, Now, Eastman sometimes is a hit or miss, in my opinion, but this one is really good. Now, obviously, this is Donatello, I believe it is, with the light blue bandana, but this kind of looks like he's going to shoot like beams of light, almost like heat vision, except cold vision in his case. Now, I know that they were originally doing the Venus storyline, so I don't know if this is indeed Donatello or if this is Venus with just her eyes glowing or heating up, so it could be that because you see over on the side here, there's stitches there, okay, so it could be that. I know that Donatello was captured, so I don't know if there's a twist behind that. I haven't had a chance to read the book yet, but this cover is well done nonetheless. All right, I highly recommend it. The last couple of books. Now, I'm not really a turtle book collector, but I've enjoyed the last two books. I definitely was looking forward to this one. I'll definitely be reading this tomorrow, and I hope to learn something new about either Venus or Donatello. All right, so that's about it. I'm keeping this show kind of short. Again, just as a reminder, check me out on Instagram. You see my information there. And also follow me up on Whatnot so you guys know when my auctions do begin. And also if there's a change up in my auction schedule, which there probably will be from time to time. Because I'm still kind of trying to figure out if 12 p.m. is a good time. Maybe I may shift it to the evening, like around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But in any case, like I said, this Tuesday, the theme, regardless of time, will be Spider-Man. And from this point, for at least the next couple months, each auction will be themed around a certain character. So, like, this coming Tuesday is Spider-Man, and just to let you guys know, the following Tuesday is going to be Batman. All right, so I'm looking forward to doing this. All right. And also, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, so you guys can also continue to learn about my comings and goings, whether it's here or through my association with Team Nerd Herd. All right, so that's about it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Salute to our fallen warriors in the armed forces. Okay, please, if you see them, especially if you're in the city, give them a hug, give them a handshake. All right, let them know that we love them, that this country is thankful for their service. Okay, because freedom does come at a very high price, and unfortunately that price is in the blood, sweat, and tears of those in the armed forces. Okay, a lot of times we take our freedoms for granted, in my opinion, but they serve us, and for them it's a thankless job. Okay, so for everyone in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, the Coast Guard, okay, thank you. Even our police officers, thank you. They're always forgotten. They tend to get a bad rap, but they're out there on the front lines day in and day out, protecting us from harm as much as possible. Okay, so thank you for your service. All right, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the holiday for those of you who do get it off. I know not everyone gets Memorial Day off, unfortunately. Some people have to be at work, like the doctors, the nurses, police officers, transit workers, and whatnot. So enjoy your day off, enjoy your time, and collect what you like. And remember, comics are great, and so are you. Later.